Number 10 is using keyboard shortcuts with the control key. So instead of pressing all of these buttons up here at the top, you can use shortcuts like Control C, which will copy a cell, and then Control V to paste it. If you want to remove the cell you copied, you can cut it by pressing Control X and then Control V. You can also bold it by pressing Control B, italicize by Control I, or underline Control U. And you can undo something by pressing Control Z, and you can do that a couple times. You can press Control S to save your workbook, and Control P to print. Number 9 is inserting rows and columns. So instead of going up here and clicking insert and then row or column, you can right click on a row and then press insert, and it'll insert a row above the row you selected. Same with columns. You can right click, click insert, and it inserts a column to the left of the one you selected. Number 8 is editing cells in a faster way. So if you want to change the value of a cell, instead of clicking on the cell and changing it in the formula bar, you can simply just press F2, and then you can use the arrow keys to move around and change the numbers, or press home to go to the first value, and then you can change it. Number 7 is changing the sheet name. So instead of going and pressing format and pressing rename sheet, all you have to do is double click sheet 1 at the bottom here and type whatever you want to type as your title. Number 6 is using the quick analysis tool. So what you want to do is select a group of data, and then in the bottom right you'll see quick analysis, and then you can put formatting on the text, charts, totals, tables, or spark lines. Number 5 is inserting formulas in a faster way. So instead of pressing the formula tab and then clicking on a formula, you can just click on a cell, press equals, and then start typing in a function, and then press the up and down keys to go to it, then tab on the one you want. Then you can just put in the numbers, click enter, and you have your formula. Number 4 is auto sizing columns. So as you see here, some of the words don't fit in the cell perfectly. So what you can do is click on, go between two columns like this, and this symbol will appear, and then double click, and then you can see the whole word. And then you can select the whole range like this, and then double click, and they'll all fit their cells perfectly. Number 3 is using absolute reference. So instead of manually putting in dollar signs instead you can just press F4 and then it does it for you. Then again to get a mixed reference, and then again to return it back to normal. Number 2 is selecting cells in a much faster way. So if you press Control, you can click many cells at once, or if you press Shift, then you can select the whole row or a whole table. Or if you press Control Shift and then the arrow keys, then you can select a whole group of values. The number 1 tip for using Excel, and my favorite shortcut, is autofill. So if you have a formula right here and you want to apply it down to the rest of these cells, you can double click the bottom right of the cell so this symbol appears, double click, and now it shows the total of all of them. This can work with dates too. So if you put January, then you can drag across and it'll go to December. Just like if you put 1 and then 2, you can double click and it'll go all the way to 11.